You know, it's been a while since MMA put out a video, and she put one out. I think it's time we look at our favorite quirky Christian leader. What is up, you heathens and demons, you beautiful, blasphemous people? Welcome back to A Raging Atheist. I'm your boy Nakasuchi, and today we're going to be once again looking at MMA Jenkins. But first, as always, want to send a shout out to my Patreons. All of you are the shit. I want to thank you for your support. If you would like to become a member of my Patreon, link is in the description below. Alright, so usually my MMA Jenkins videos are longer videos because she puts out long videos, and I like to try to include as much as I can for context so I'm not taking people out of context. You know, I accuse Matt Powell of doing that. I'm not trying to misrepresent any of the Christians that I cover. I'm trying to react to them honestly. And in my last video on MMA, and I've been talking about how I'm going to take this different course with MMA Jenkins. I'm not going to just be rage. I'm not going to just be disrespectful. I'm going to try to find merit in her because I actually kind of like her. She's quirky. She's different. I don't like a lot of the stuff she says, but I kind of like her as a person. So as has been the case recently, I'm going to make this into 3 or 4 videos. So we're going to have plenty of MMA videos coming out. And I think we're going to see some of the reasons in this Q&A that she's doing with her boyfriend on why I started covering MMA in the first place. Because as much as I like her, as quirky as she is, as likable as she is, she does espouse this whole enemy narrative, you know, God against the devil's out there. In my opinion, she shows an extremist indoctrination. She has been heavily brainwashed by this church. Now that doesn't take away from the fact that I do find her quirky, I do find her enjoyable, that I do like her as the person she represents. I don't think that she has like bad thoughts towards homosexual people, or, you know, I don't think she gives much thought to the old law. But she does espouse some bad ideology, and she is a leader of a youth movement that really, as non-religious people, as secular people, it is evangelical, it is somewhat extreme, and we should be conscious of it and fight against it. But I don't know, I do kind of like her. I think she's pretty cool, so let's get into the clips.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Q&A with me and this stellar human. We've got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have 7 questions that we're going to get to answer today. Some fun and lighthearted, and others more serious, and we love them all. And so we're ready to get on into it. Question number 1. Josh and Emma, what is your Enneagram type?
So here in this first response to Emma and her Q&A, you're going to get to see my ignorance. You're going to get to see Nakasuchi as the aging dude he is, as the 42-year-old man who's not hip on the young technology. I mean, I know what Instagram is. I don't use it. People tell me I should use it to grow my channel, and maybe I will. Maybe I'll try to fit that into my routine, but I'm an old dude. I don't know all this shit. Like, it took me forever just to fit Twitter into my routine. And you don't even want to know how long people were trying to get me on Discord every day. And I mean, it's really hard for me to get into this shit. Like I'm an old dude. So I have no idea what the fuck they are going to be talking about with this whole ideogram thing, ideogram, not sure what the fuck it is. Let me know what it is in the comment section below.
So my Enneagram type is a 3-wing 2, and the 3 are like those go-getters, those achievers. They have to always look good, but they love having a list and a plan to go out and to achieve. And my wing is like a 2, and so I love to make everybody around me like happy and just, I don't know, happy.
And
so,
help people.
Yeah, just love to help people and all that stuff. So
yeah,
that's my Enneagram.
Yes. And I am a 9 wing 1, so I'm a peacemaker and love to empathize with people, and I also love just love to bring justice and love to see the right thing to be done, so I love to follow the rules. And something really cool that God has been teaching me through the Enneagram has been the fact that I do sometimes get afraid of conflict, and so God has been teaching me a lot about like the beauty of healthy conflict, and when it's approached the way that he designed it to be approached, genuine peace is found within yourself and in relationships.
Like, please tell me what the fuck this ideogram thing is. Is this like some Christian thing? Is this something that Christians do? I've never heard of it. Please let me know in the comment section below. From just what I picked up from watching Emma's channel and meeting her new boyfriend, and just what I pick up from them, I would say it's probably a fairly accurate description of the people that I think that they might be from their representation here on YouTube. But one thing that I really hate, and I just, I hate this in particular, like I don't think Christians give themselves enough credit. Emma always talks about God's teaching me, God's teaching me, God's teaching me. I'm using this app or whatever it is, and God's teaching me these things about myself. And no, you are learning these things about yourself on your own. It's just a matter of placement that I really don't like. Place the credit where it's deserved, and you are learning these things about yourself. I'm not trying to take God away from it. Maybe God gave you the capability to learn these things. But this is the deep, deep indoctrination that I speak of when I respond to MMA Jenkins. When people ask me, how could you make such negative videos about such a positive person? And I had to say that I'm not going against her, but her indoctrination. Her indoctrination is deep. Her indoctrination, I would almost say, is wrong, and I've said it in past videos. I don't think that she is fully prepared for the world in the way that it actually is. I think she'd be very prepared for an evangelical world, a Christian world, but I don't think she's really prepared for the real world. And we'll get into that as we go through this video, because she's going to talk about her college.
Question number 2. Josh and Emma, what are your favorite parts of each other?
So my favorite part of Emma, and the first thing that really attracted me to Emma, was her eyes. And not just those big brown eyes, but also just how she views the world and how she truly sees the world like Jesus sees the world, and looks for every area to love and encourage people, but can also just see the beauty in everything, and a glass half full type of attitude, and seeing a flower in the middle of a junkyard, and how it just always brings joy to my day to see the beauty that she sees.
Y'all, I love him. I love him so much. I love, my utmost favorite part of Josh and his life and who he is his love for the Lord, and how he loves the Lord with all of his heart and all of his mind and all of his soul and all of his strength, because everything that he does truly overflows from that, including how he loves me.
And here, once again, we are seeing the deep indoctrination of both of these two young people. I think that your relationship is in trouble if the thing you like most about the other is how they see they see through the eyes of God. Like, how do you know how Jesus saw? You don't. You only have an interpretation that you've had from this Bible, but yet you think that Emma sees through her eyes like Jesus saw through his eyes. And I don't like that. That just speaks of a deep indoctrination. What you're speaking to is the fact that you like that Emma finds the positive in everything, and that she finds the good in everything, not that she's seeing through the eyes of Jesus. And then, the best thing she likes about him is how he follows the Lord. What happens if Josh starts to question God later in life? And you're married to MMA Jenkins, who is deeply fundamentally indoctrinated, and is now sitting here telling you that the thing I love most about you is your relationship with God. Well, what if you start to question that relationship with God? What if you start to question that existence of God? Are you going to be able to be honest with MMA about the questions and the doubts that you are having? See, that's why I don't think it's healthy for these relationships to be based on just God alone. And I'm sure it's not. I'm sure that there's plenty of things that they like about each other, but their indoctrination puts God first.
And one of the ways that he loves me is he's so bold in his clarity and bold in his vulnerability. And from the very get-go of our relationship, he's just been so honest with me. And through that, it's allowed our relationship to truly become a safe place where we can be honest with one another. And because of that, we can truly build our relationship off of trust and off of honesty, because he was such a great leader from the get-go, to be honest with me. And that doesn't happen in love unless the Lord is being loved first. And so his love for the Lord is truly my favorite part of him, because everything that he does flows from it.
And here she just is backing up what she said before, what I responded to before. And I am sure that there are plenty of things about Josh that she really likes, or she wouldn't be with him. But she is representing to the world that the thing she likes the most is how he follows God. And that's, along the themes of her channel and along the themes of her indoctrination. And I completely understand it. But these are the things that I've always been turned off when it comes to MMA Jenkins. These are the things that have really kind of upset me about MMA Jenkins. And it's not even her fault. And we've met her dad, and I think her dad seems pretty cool. But he has had to have something to do with this deep indoctrination. And I fully understand that in this society, it's completely okay. You're doing what everybody does. You're raising your child to follow a God. And, I'm an atheist. And that indoctrination of children is what I stand against. But I fully understand that it's acceptable. This is acceptable behavior. I speak out against it because I don't think it should be acceptable behavior. And I am hoping that one day maybe society will make it unacceptable behavior.
So, question number 3. This one's really, really fun.
What is it?
What's your favorite color?
Okay, well, yours is obviously yellow.
Yes.
Everybody on the earth knows that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So mine is like, I don't know, it's like a navier blue, like a blue, but not like, I don't know, navy blue. I guess that's what it is. I guess it's the navy blue.
Yes.
Yeah. Question number 3.
Solid color. Solid color.
And we're gonna end this first video on a positive note. We get to see Emma being the person that I actually like. This is what's very likable about MMA. She has all of these quirks about her. And, she's just, you can tell that she really enjoys life. And you have to appreciate that about her. And I will continue to speak out against the indoctrination that she exhibits. But I do want to continue to find those good qualities, those things that make me really like her, and talk about those as well. And like Godless Cranium had a tweet recently talking about how we always respond, but we never really have solutions to what we're responding to. And that got me thinking, and I thought that was a really good point, because I do often just rage, and I don't really have many solutions outside of Christianity bad, atheism good, rah. So I think like a solution would be here to start having a conversation about indoctrination in this country. What is acceptable behavior to teach a child? And I understand like this conversation won't go very far. It's going to take a long time to get there. But I hope one day that maybe we can all come to a consensus that we're going to stop indoctrinating our children into these very extremist beliefs, at least until they're an adult and can make decisions for themselves instead of being influenced by their parents or guardians or whoever it is they're looking up to. But, that's just a pipe dream of mine. That's a pipe dream I'm never going to live to see. I can only hope for the future of humanity, and that's just my hope. That's just my dream. And I think it's a good dream. As always, I'm your boy Nakasuchi. This is A Raging Atheist. If you like my videos, hit the thumbs up, subscribe, share me on your social media, comment in the comments section below. Let me know what you thought about the video. I'll see you soon.